Hello guys, and welcome back to our Getting Started with LabVIEW, and today we will look into Boolean and how do we use Boolean in LabVIEW. As we all know that Boolean usually returns only one of two values, which is true and false, and in some cases 0 and or 1. So in LabVIEW we can also do the same thing graphically by using the Boolean control and indicator. First, go to the front panel and right click, and you can see the controls that you can access. In the Boolean palette, you can see that several graphical UI such as push buttons, rockers, toggle switch, and even a normal button here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the push button. So I need to pin this so that I can make sure that the palette doesn't go missing. First, I need the vertical toggle switch I'll put here, and I will rename this as switch 1. And next is I need to place another indicator, which is the round LED in this case. So I'm gonna put here as indicator 1. So in this indicator you can also expand it. What you need to do is you just try to create a very simple selection here, and you just go here at the tip, and you can actually expand the indicator size. So this is quite a very useful, and I also can do the same thing for the switch. So now that I've increased the switch, so next is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to toggle the switch so that I can actually light up the LED. So it works like a basic switch operation. So I need to connect from switch to the indicator, and when I click toggle the switch and I run the VI, you can see that the indicator light up. So this is a very straightforward, simple, basic Boolean operation. And if you want to set the LED to default, all you need to do is just hover over to the indicator and click to reset the value. But what if you want to manipulate the values of indicators? Like for example, whenever the switch is toggled upwards but the indicator should remain as false, and it works the other way around. When you toggle it down, it becomes true. So that way you can actually use the Boolean functions, in which you can actually find in the functions palette. So you need to right click on the block diagram and go to the Boolean palette, and you can see that these are the variable Boolean operators that you can actually use to manipulate the value. So as I have mentioned just now, you can actually use the not function, which is to invert the Boolean value. So I need to put it on the block diagram, and what I need to do is I just need to remove this wire and put it on the not function and return this value. So now what happens here is that if I put this to toggle it to up, it will return me a false value. But if I toggle it downwards, which is the initial state, it will return true value. So the same thing you can also do with the AND function to do a comparison between two Boolean values, and you can also use the OR function to do the same comparison as well. So what I'm going to do here right now is I'm going to remove this OR value, remove this broken wire here, and I'm going to create another switch. To do a duplication of another control, it is very simple as pressing a control key and hovering the mouse over to the switch 1, and when you try to left click it, you will notice that there is a plus sign. This is how you can create a switch or another control in a very short and very quick manner. So what I need to do right now is I'm going to use the switch 1 to the OR AND control, and then I'm going to output the value to the indicator 1. So now this is a AND control, and it will actually require 2 true to light up this indicator. So if I remove this first, and then if I try to put this to true, which is toggle it up, it will become true. And if I only switch 1 up, nothing happens. Now let's replace this with OR. Let's remove the broken wires and replace this with OR. So now in the OR operator, you only need one value to be true so that you can actually light up the LED. So it only needs 1, and if I use the switch tool, it also needs 1. But if I switch both up, it is also true. So this is a very simple Boolean operation that you can actually use in LabVIEW by using the Boolean functions palette in which you can find in the block diagram. So please feel free to try out all these functions that is available under this Boolean function, and if you have any questions, feel free to put in the comment and I'll try to research and play around with it.